when the Walt Disney Company bought Lucasfilm, they very much wanted to have a movie by 2015. So the most important thing was to start to pull together the incredible talent for the film, and starting with someone like J.J. Abrams. First of all,
even my cat knew that she was full of shit. He was probably greatly annoyed that he had to listen to that voice of lies that sat on a throne of bullshit. I don't know what to say. This ain't going to be a hate video, but I'm going to share my opinion on this. Here we go. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome in again with your pal, your friend, Mr. Knightson, and today I'm going to give my final thoughts on the best saga, trilogy, movie, in my opinion, and many others, of course, ever made, Star Wars. But before I do, leave a thought, a feeling, or a question in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I read all my comments and I respond to them. Give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. And I hope you enjoy the content, and share this out there, or sub to my channel if you haven't already, to help my channel grow. So, a lot of the things that Lucasfilm is now saying, they want to name Dave Filoni, or they have named Dave Filoni like head creator, or they're talking that Lucas wants to come in and put his money behind, his previous company that he owned, past tense. I don't believe any of that's true. J.J. Abrams came out and said, yeah, there was no plan. No shit, there was no plan. We knew that there was no plan. We saw the farce, man. We saw the whole thing, 1, 2, and 3, or 7, 8, and 9. We knew there was no plan. And also, if you watch the special features on the Force Awakens Blu-ray set, you'll see this right here.
we'd all meet in a writer's room, and it was Michael Arndt initially, Larry Kasdan, JJ, myself, and the development team. It was very much a collaborative effort, but it was Michael Arndt who was going to be putting together the first draft. He usually needs about 2 to 3 years to immerse himself in something and then actually create a screenplay. And we hoped and thought that this would maybe be one of those that would go a little bit faster, but it didn't. So when we had to make the transition to Larry Kasdan and to JJ, it actually went pretty smoothly.
Right. Plain and simple, man. You saw KK. We were hoping it would move a little bit faster than that, so that's why we got rid of Michael. I mean, come on, man. He penned Toy Story 3, another great movie it was. They wanted to rush it. There was no plans. Lawrence Kasdan and J.J. Abrams were just trying to scramble together a story without no beginning, middle, of an end like a trilogy does have. So yeah, there was no plan. Few final things, man. You know, Disney has let Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm run wild, call the fans names, shit on us every chance that they got. They've done some pretty horrific things, man, and they have, and I'm not going to go in detail about every one, but what really surprises me is that Favreau with The Mandalorian brought back good storytelling for Star Wars. I mean, you know, what's the real rewatch factor with The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker when you are fans of those movies and you like them, but then you watch The Mandalorian, you know, like, can you go back and watch those other two movies and like maybe have the eyes open a little bit, be like, wow, man, I kind of have a lot more fun with The Mandalorian. Season 2, The Rescue, man, was, it blew all of us away. I was very emotional about it. Me and my buddy Brian did a review after we watched the episode. Go check that out. It's down there in the videos. It was powerful. I'd wake up every morning and I would make coffee and I would sit there and watch YouTube videos on people's reactions on seeing Luke again for the first time, the way he was supposed to be intended to be brought back. I would just sit there and I would be emotional and I would cry with them, and I'd love watching the look on their faces, and it would make me overjoyed a little bit. And I'm like, I had a lot of hope. I did a video, and check this one out, where you actually saw the hope and the glare in my eyes and the smile from ear to ear, where I talked about how Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Bob Iger are just playing the game right now. They're going to move Kathleen Kennedy out. They're going to move Jon Favreau in, Because who could deny that, man? I mean, there was hundreds of thousands of videos on YouTube with people just emotional. That brought back, we were no longer on a split plane no more because of The Last Jedi. We were reunited in the biggest way I never thought possible. And so here's a big pile of money. Here we go. This is my Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy was a failure with Galaxy's Edge and her bullshit trilogy and her identity politics. How could you ignore that? But Disney, of course, let Kathleen Kennedy whip out her big lady wood and slap the Bobs and John and Dave right across the face by firing Gina Carano. And now The Mandalorian is supposedly pushed back to 2023 or 2024. Like, come on, Disney. There's a big pile of money. You let Kathleen Kennedy, ruin it more for fans. And that's why I'm no longer excited about Star Wars anymore. And I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, guys. I've been collecting Star Wars pretty heavily since 2002. Here's a picture of my wall, and that's just the stuff that I didn't open. The rest is in the China hutch, all my Titanium series Star Wars ships, some of which I wish I didn't open because a couple are pretty expensive, almost $100. But I absolutely love Star Wars. And the way it's being treated right now, I mean, with no plan, with no care, with no integrity, it's gone down the tube. So I don't care what Disney and Lucasfilm say that they're going to do or that they have done. If Lucas is going to come back and be creative, or Dave Filoni is supposed to be the creative, they can be creative all they want, but Lucasfilm is very much ran by Kathleen Kennedy and owned by Disney, so I wouldn't even waste time with it. I wouldn't. Star Wars is completely dead. It's dead and it's gone. It's done. It's buried. Let's move on. We're heartbroken. We're pissed off about it. You know what I mean? There's nothing more we can do unless I see a headline that says Disney sells Lucasfilm back to George Lucas, now under creative control of Favreau and Dave Filoni. Then I'll be excited again. But it's just like you have a bomb movie, thanks Kathy. You have Jon Favreau bring back fans and reunite fans more than we ever have been since 2017. How could you deny that, man, and let them step on Gina Carano and fire her the way that they did? I mean, if you're going to get fired, you're taking in the office, man. You don't find out online on public media. You know what I'm saying? It's just wrong on how Star Wars is being treated. I'm really very unhappy about it. So I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to keep my original trilogy, my Clone Wars, and maybe Rogue One because that was a pretty good movie. Go check out a book called Shattered Empire. It's a 4-part comic. It brings a new different light on maybe how they should have went with it. Kind of talked about Poe Dameron's parents, that his mother was fighting up with Lando Calrissian on the Battle of Endor, and his father was down with Han Solo's strike team. And she went on a mission with Luke and got a Force tree, and they were opting him to be Force sensitive. That would have been pretty cool, kind of like a Han Solo / Luke Skywalker Force sensitive Jedi. That would have been awesome. But nobody cares. The toys were a joke. I mean, come on, man. The writing's on the wall. So when people come out and say, yeah, there was no plan, it's like, we know there wasn't no plan. We see it. It doesn't take a well-educated person to have common sense and realize on his own merit that there was no plan. We know. I plan on just keeping my OT trilogy, popping that on every now and again, and just be done with it. Star Wars is dead. Sorry to say. Anyways, guys, take care, make it your day, and as always, have fun. See you next time.